Did we seriously not like just hit 500 subscribers just the other day? But I do want to say thank you guys, and that means it's time for raining tacos. Each one of you guys are represented by these 600 tacos that are falling from the sky, and I gotta say, I've never seen more of a beautiful sight. Tacos are my absolute favorite food, and this is just amazing. It's still going on. It's still raining. I will say there is one special taco that's actually going to be eaten today, and that is Macaroni Man. You were my 600 subscribers, so here you go. I am eating you right now, which sounds so freaking weird, and I'll never say that again. But seriously, guys, thank you so much for 600 subscribers. If you're brand new, this is EOMaxer238. I usually do building-related content and whatnot. If you guys do like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. The building tutorial I got for you today is absolutely omega and insane, so I really hope you guys do enjoy this. With that said, I'm going to show the building materials. I'm going to shut up too, and we're just going to go ahead and get this started. Thank you guys for all the tacos so much. Seriously. Okay then, so first thing we're going to do is start off with the corner tower, but first we'll actually start off with the grid, which is a 39 by 39 space. That is a huge amount of space if you're building this in Nether. You also got to watch out for the roof. Up there you can see that I actually ran into issues and kind of broke a little bit of the roof, but that's alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to get stripped warp stem, warp planks, polished blackstone bricks, polished blackstone brick stairs, and white stained glass pane. This, guys, I'm excited for this because it's going to be a heck of a tutorial. Alright, first thing we're going to do, we'll get our polished blackstone bricks out, and we're going to go on the grid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to go one block in and place the very first block right there. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 1 diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 1 diagonal, and you guys probably guessed that we're going to do 3 diagonal and then 3 diagonal one more time. We'll get our polished blackstone, and on top of that we're actually just going to layer over real quickly. So let's layer over these polished blackstone bricks. We'll get our strip warp stem, and right here you can see I'm just going in the corners of each of these guys, so you'll see what I'm doing in just a second. We're going to fill all that up, fill in the middles with some warped planks right there. Nice. That is the base of the very first tower actually done. Now we're going to place one block here, here, so we're going to basically raise each of these trunks, and we want them to be in total I believe 19 tall. So what I'm going to do is temporary block right here. I'm going to use world edit to speed things up just a little bit, but for you guys, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So these are already 3 tall. I want to make them 16 taller. So there we go. You can see we've raised the planks to a total of 19 blocks tall. From there, we can go ahead and actually proceed with building the rest of this tower. First thing we're going to do, on top of these warped planks, we're going to place glass going around it like this. Then we'll go up. We're going to place one block of warped planks going around like that. So we get our very first window. Now we'll get our polished blackstone brick stairs, and we're actually going to go ahead and just wrap around like this, I believe so, with the polished blackstone brick stairs, which this is where it gets a little slow, a little grindy, because I'm not the greatest at placing stairs. You would think after all my build tutorials, I'd be a little bit better, but I'm still just an average, ordinary Joe, just doing Minecraft videos. There we go. Nice. So now that we got that, we'll go back in the middle, and we're going to place another plank on each of these middles right here. Then we're going to make them 2 high with the white stained glass panes, so we're going to have 2 high windows. And you'll notice that this will actually become a pretty familiar pattern. But once we got that, we'll get the warp planks, and we'll place these in the middle right here to kind of finish off the top of our windows. So now that we got that, you can see what the tower is looking like. We'll get our polished blackstone brick stairs, and once again we're going to wrap around this part of the build. And I do apologize that it's a little bit frame ratey. I'm not sure what it is. My computer, I don't know if it's getting slow or if there's too much garbage on it, but lately it's been acting up. You guys, if you've watched the Hearthcraft episodes I do, my SMP series, you'll notice that's been getting frame ratey for some reason. Anyways, we move on to the next step, which is going to be the exact same thing. We're going to add another plank in the middle of each of these guys, so one plank right there. Then we'll get the glass, and we're going to make them 2 high with the white stained glass panes. And then we're going to add another crimson plank, or warped plank, excuse me, not crimson, going around like that. And now for this middle layer, we're actually going to get our polished blackstone brick blocks out, and we're just going to wrap around simply around this guy right here. So make it nice and easy. Wrap around the whole thing right there. Nice. Now we're going to do the same pattern we've been doing. We raise it by 1 plank, and we add windows. So we got the 2 block highs, 1 by 2 white stained glass pane windows. We'll raise these all up. Then we'll get the warp planks, put them on top. So once they are like that, now we'll get our polished blackstone brick stairs, and we're actually going to go ahead and wrap around, but this time we're actually going to wrap upside down, so like so, and we'll simply just start going around this whole thing, wrapping around the tower, going around the corner, wrapping around the tower. I don't know what I'm doing, what I'm saying actually. Just something to fill in this space as I do this grindy, laggy, frame ratey thing. There we go. Nice. Now that we got that, we'll raise it by another warped plank. You guys guessed it. And we're going to place white stained glass on each of these. Just one, actually, this time. And then we're going to do warped planks going all the way around. And now I'm going to go back and study, make sure I get the roof built exactly right for you guys. But this is the base of the first tower done. Get used to this too, because these 4 towers in each 4 corners are exactly the same. So you'll be repeating this quite a bit. So in addition to the materials we already had, we're actually going to add a polished black stone brick wall and warped fence as well. And now I've studied the roof a bit more and I know exactly what we're doing. So around this layer, we're actually going to add a layer of polished blackstone blocks going around this whole thing. So right there, and we're actually going to make it 2 tall. So we're going to raise this up to 2 tall, going around the entire thing. And then I think what we're going to do too is we're actually going to fill this in, because I believe you should be able to stand on this tower eventually. I could be thinking of a different tower though, so I don't know. Nice. Now that we got that, we'll get our polished blackstone brick stairs out, and we're actually going to wrap upside down going around this entire thing. So we will sing our wrapping around the Blackstone song again, like I was earlier. I listened to that clip and I was like, what the heck am I doing singing around? I think I was trying to sing She'll Be Coming Around the Corner When She Comes, and I did it in a weird wraparound way. But yeah, it's funny too, because this is only the second part of the tutorial and I'm already going crazy. That usually doesn't happen towards the end of the video. Okay, so now that we got that though, we'll get our warp planks, and basically you can see there's stone bricks, or polished blackstone bricks, excuse me, and then there's a polished blackstone. We'll wrap around on top of the polished blackstone, and not the bricks, kind of like this, just making a chubby kind of a diamond, I guess you could say. It's like a diamond shape. Now that we got that, we'll get our warp planks. And we're going to raise each of these up to be 3 tall. So 1, 2, 3, we're just going to go in 1 block. And we'll raise each of these to be 3 tall going around the entire thing. So once we've got that done, now that we got that, we're actually going to go ahead and I'm just going to fill this in. I would recommend lighting this up, by the way. We're going to make a cross out of it, just 1 block tall. And then in the middle, we'll actually go up 2. So 1, 2, place 2 blackstone brick walls on top with a warped fence on top like that. And this is the basic tower design, so we'll actually do this in all 4 corners. So yeah, before we do that, actually I'll look in my next clip and I'll give you the exact coordinates or the exact block of distance between the 2 towers, so you can start building the 4 towers if you'd like. But I'm going to start on making the wall in between. Yeah. Okay, so the materials for the next one are going to be warped planks, polished blackstone bricks, polished blackstone brick wall, and white stained glass pane. And I did lie, I actually put in the towers, but it's super easy. I'll show you guys right now. Let me get my wand out. So if I select this block right here and go all the way down to this line, you can see it is, according to this spot right here, it's 21 blocks. So if you go, and when you build these towers, make sure to put down the foundation first, you know, the 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Make sure to put that down first and make sure that lines up in the middle of each of these towers. You can see it lines up perfectly with that one. And then make sure it's 21 blocks apart, and do this for every single tower so that when you're done, it's 21 blocks this way, 21 blocks this way, 21 blocks this way with the 4 towers in the 4 corners. And you're about to see if you did it right. The way we'll see that is we're going to create the wall. So what we're going to do for the wall is we're actually going to delete these glass blocks right here, and we're going to replace them with warp planks. And we only want to do these on the corner blocks. So right there, right there. We'll do it right over here. You just want to break these white stained glass panes and replace them with corner blocks. Once you got that, we can go ahead and begin the construction of our wall. We'll place 2 white stained glass pane right there with a block right there, and we'll go down from there like so. So yes, we want 2 of the white stained glass panes, and then we get these 3 block pillar, 2 blocks on the side, and we're actually going to put a wall in between them like so with another block down here. Then from there, it gets super simple. So we'll go 2 blocks over, 1 wall right there, 2 blocks over, 1 wall right there. So you just kind of get this pattern going, and each time in the middle right here, we'll place another block with white stained glass pane going on top. And you can see we just get this pattern for a nice little wall going across the whole thing. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys, that is so frame ratey, by the way, too. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look into this and see why it's been so frame ratey. But yeah, the walls are really simple. I mean, they're not bad at all. They're pretty easy. They look nice. They're simple. They're a nice thing to construct in survival mode. That's for sure. If you guys are constructing this in survival mode, God help you, because it's gonna be one heck of a project. But once we get all the way across, you'll be able to see. Oop, and you can see I actually messed up this block right there. Nice. So you can see this is what it should look like. A little wall going across the entire thing. And what we're going to do is I'm going to replace these black and yellow concretes right here with bricks underneath. Whatever landscape you're working on or ground, you also want to replace them with the bricks. But once we got that down, I'm just going to go ahead and actually copy these in walls and stuff so that becomes a little bit easier, a little bit quicker for us. So I'm going to / copy, and then I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. And right here you can see the glass kind of messed up, so I'm going to fix that real quick on either side. And then we're just going to build up these walls. So right here, if I do / paste, oop, and I put it in the wrong block by accident. There you go. Now we've got another wall, and what the heck happened there? Oh, right there. I'm supposed to place it on this block. Then we got the wall in place. There we go. That actually took a few more attempts than I thought, and then I'll replace these underneath because I didn't actually include the ground when I copied and pasted it. So I'll do this. For you guys, it will be a little bit more grindy if you're doing this in survival. Then I'll rotate it 90 degrees. I'll go ahead right here, and I'll do paste it. Paste it. There we go. And then we'll go ahead, and the reason you're seeing me do this too is because there actually is, for the front of it, there's an entrance that is a little bit different on how you construct it, and I'll have to show you guys how to do that. And I forgot too, actually, in the middle of each of these guys. So in the middle should be like smack in the middle with one. Ooh, this looks off. Wait, does it? 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Yeah, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 glass planes. That's the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4 glass planes. Then that's the middle. And then I just got to do this one more time. My mind is working on overdrive right now. It's not the computer you're hearing in the background if you hear it at all. It's my mind working on overdrive. Just had a long day at school today, that's why. So then 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to replace all this concrete with the polished blackstone bricks as well. This is one heck of a build too to do when my brain is hurting. But yeah, you can see that's exactly what it looks like. The little courtyard looks beautiful, and now we're going to make an entrance very, very quickly. We're going to break these glass panes, and I forgot a block. Whoopsie. We're actually going to get our blackstone, polished blackstone slabs out like that. And then we're going to break this part right here. So break this 2x3 gap in the middle. And then if we get our polished blackstone bricks, we're actually going to delete this block, make it into 1/2 block, and go down, down like that, and connect. So again, like this. Down, 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 and connect. So that we get a little entrance to our courtyard. Alright, let me see what we're going to do next for this tutorial. Now we will get our materials for the next part, which is going to be warp planks, blackstone, blackstone stairs, blackstone wall, and dark oak wood fence as well. So what we're going to do is right here on this layer, first of all, actually I'll start off with this. I'm going to delete these 2 glass panes and replace them with warp planks. We'll actually do this on every single one of the corners, and you'll see why soon. So all on the inside corners, on the outside corners, we can keep our windows, and we do want to keep our windows because our windows are pretty and allow us to get some views of the outside world. Okay, so now that we got that, what we're going to do is we're going to go into this layer where we did it specifically with blocks, and I'm going to place 1 blackstone right here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 over. Then on this 4th one, we're actually going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Now that we got that, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On this 7th block, we're going to go 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Should line up perfectly with this middle right there. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. On this 7th, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 and meet up perfectly with the other side. Looks nice and beautiful. Perfect. Nice. Okay, now that we got that, let's get our blackstone stairs in real quick. We're going to place a blackstone stair there. We're going to have, actually, I believe that these are blocks that go. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I was looking at a detail. Yeah, we can put the stairs on either side real quick. But what we're going to do actually is around these pillars that go downwards, we're going to make a 3x3 space. So you can see it's just a 3x3 block with the nice pointy end pointing down like that right there. So we'll 1, 2, 3 right there. 1, 2, 3 right there. There we go. That's what was throwing me off. Okay, now that we got that, we're going to add 1 block down in the middle around each of these centers. So 1 down there, 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 there in the centers with a stair actually below it. So that we get this kind of, it almost looks like a stalagmite coming down. Yeah, that's the right word. And then we're going to go ahead and put 1 block in the center here, 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 here. We'll get the stairs and we'll wrap them around like so. And we're going to do this on all 3 of these dangling blocks. So 3 of the middle blackstone block corners. Then we get the stairs, wrap those around as well. And now that we have that, that is looking correct, we'll get our blackstone walls, and we're going to place 2 blackstone walls on each of these. So 2 blackstone walls there, 2 blackstone walls there, 2 blackstone walls there, and we'll get our dark oak fence. And on the left and right side, we'll actually go ahead and place dark oak fence like that. But then we'll go ahead, and we actually did need a polished blackstone brick. We'll place 1 polished blackstone brick right there, along with 1 of the blackstone walls to make this look like it's being supported, so that looks like that. Then we'll get our stairs, and the last part we have to do is just on either side, we're actually going to place stairs right below this line, just on either side of the 3x3 spaces. So as you guys can see how I'm doing, even though it's a little bit frame rate, that's how we'll do it. Now let me look at how to build these, the house parts of these. Yeah, okay, so now we're gonna get the materials: strip warp stem, warp planks, polished blackstone brick stairs, polished blackstone brick slab, and polished blackstone brick wall. And I will actually, for the next part, be going off of a picture off my phone, so hopefully we get this. Oh, I knew it! I knew there was something wrong with this. Okay, I'm sorry. That's actually supposed to be just a one wall right there with the brick like that. I knew that looked wrong, and now that I'm looking at my picture, it makes sense. Okay, cool. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead. Oh, and we want white stained glass paint as well. I don't think I selected that out of my chest, even though I had it. No, I didn't have it in my chest. Weird. Okay, so now that we got the materials we need and enough fooling around, we're going to go ahead on each of these corners. We're going to make them 3 high posts. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3 high, 1, 2, 3 in each of the corners, going all the way around. This is just a way to get to and fro different towers. So we're going to raise these up on each of these towers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and lots of threes. Ooh, one more right there. Nice. So now that we got that, we'll actually go ahead in the middle of each of these. We'll place warp planks, but not on the sides because we will want to be able to walk across this. So we'll just place them on the sides just to keep us nice and snug in right there. Then we'll get our white stained glass paint, and we're going to raise up 2 white stained glass paint on each of these on the middle. So we'll raise all of these up right here till we go all the way around like so. And what I think I'm going to do just to make this look nicer is I'll get warp planks. This is a little waste of resources, but it makes it look nicer. We'll just get the warp planks actually, and we'll actually just go ahead and layer off the tops of these guys right here so that it feels a bit more structurally sound. Nice. Yeah, that looks pretty darn good. So now that we got that, we'll go ahead and we'll get our polished blackstone brick stairs out, and basically we're just going to wrap around. We're doing the wrap around weird theme song that I've come up now with, even though it's not even a theme song and it's not a song at all. But yeah, we're going to do that on every single one of these actually. So we're just going to keep wrapping around the corner. Yeah, I'm making myself cringe. I do that a lot though. I'm really good at making myself cringe. I remember when I used to hang out in high school with one of my best buddies, he told me one time, he was like, Mike, you're the only person that can make me cringe on cue if you want. And I was like, thank you. That's a compliment. I'll take that as a compliment. Okay. Now that we got the wraparounds done and looking nice and good, we might as well go ahead and do this part actually too. White stained glass paint will actually be the handrails, which I think this adds a bit more, because you'll eventually see this is a very cyan like colored build, and so having these white rails actually adds a bit more color to the rest of the build, makes everything pop out a bit more. But basically we'll have these white stained glass paint handrails going across the entire middle, which, comment down below, how much does it annoy you placing down these white stained glass paints? For me, it annoys me to no ends. I wish there was an easier way to do it, but there's not, and that's all right. Okay, so now that we got the handrails coming in, you guys can definitely see it's starting to look really, really cool. But now what we're going to do is we'll get our warp planks, and right here we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to basically do a 3x3 circle with a hole in it. And from there, we're going to raise this up on this edge right here. It's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. And then right here, we're going to go 1, 2 up more with a polished blackstone brick wall on top like that. So we'll do this on both of these sides. So we're going to make a 3x3 circle with a hole in the middle. We're going to go 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Then we're going to have another 1, 2 with a wall on top. I'm falling in love with this. The more and more I look at this, this is just such a pretty thing. I absolutely love this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we'll actually raise this up 2 and make this a 2 high circle in the middle. So we'll raise that up like that. Then we'll go ahead and raise the corners up like we did before with the 2 blocks. Then in the middle right here, we're actually going to go up and we're going to go 1, 2, 3 instead of 2. And then we're going to place 1, 2 walls instead of 1, just because this is the central kind of, I guess you could say, spire of the building. So it makes sense to have that up a little bit taller. Now we'll get our polished blackstone brick slabs, and we're going to basically just layer on around this top, on top of the stairs, going all the way around. And we're going to do this on each and every single tower. This just makes it look like there's a bit more stone to structurally support the whole structure. Because if we didn't add this part, it would just, I don't know, it looks just fragile. The tower looks like it's about to collapse. Once we get that done though, the middle one is again a little bit of a special tower. In the middle, we're actually going to paste a dot right there, there, 1 dot right there, and there. So that we get this beautiful structure hanging, and it's looking, oh, basalt, you got in my way. What the heck's wrong with you? This is what it should look like, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. Can I just say, it just looks so, so cool. But now what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and duplicate this. So do what you just did here. Lots of work, guys, I'm telling you what. And duplicate it on every single wall going all the way around. And then we'll be set to go on to the next step. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's a good idea. So now we'll get our materials for the next part. We're gonna get polished black stone brick, block of quartz, quartz bricks, smooth quartz blocks, white stained glass pane. And for you guys, it'll have been a very long time since you got all of these things finished, but oh my goodness, can I just say again, this looks so cool. It just looks so fantasy, so nethery, such a cool nether castle courtyard. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. If you guys are still watching and built this far, I'm assuming you like it. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we'll get our polished black stone bricks and we're gonna go inside and we're gonna start working on the floor of the courtyard. So right here, right where this wall is, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing over here. So this is the middle block right here. On this brick, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to connect by going on the inners of the blocks like this until we go all the way around like that. Very simple, very easy. And then we'll get our white stained glass paint and we're just going to go ahead and wrap around right here. So we'll wrap all the way around just like that, nice and simple. And now we're going to do this on every single side because this is a very symmetrical build. It makes it easier to do tutorial on. So now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see it lines up perfectly with that. Right over here, this is the middle, and then we're going to go right here to this block of the wall right next to it. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to connect in the middle like so. We'll get our white stained glass pane and we're going to put this on top. So, fun fact for you too, this was actually all designed during my art class. So if my art professor ever watches this video, I was not paying attention to your class at all because I'm a rebel. I was building this. So I don't know why I said that, but that's all right. Okay. Now that we got that, I think what I'm actually going to do to speed things up just a little bit, I'm going to copy. Ooh, that didn't look pretty. I'm going to copy that. So I'll just build it. I'll just build it real quick. I'll cut to the next part so that you don't have to see me building it though. Okay, and now that we got that, we'll go ahead and get our wand out. So you should have just done, it's basically symmetrical. So we're basically in the middle. We're going to fill this all up with replace with smooth quartz. So we'll do that. And then we'll go ahead. For me, again, I've got this magic wand that makes things like this a lot easier for you guys. It's going to take a little bit of grinding, but it won't be too bad. I can promise you guys that. If you guys have gotten this far in this video, obviously it won't be that bad because you don't have to think about it. At least it's just kind of grindy stuff. So then in the corners, and it looks like I accidentally messed that up a little bit. So once we've got this all filled out, this is basically the path of where, I really messed it up right here too, didn't I? Look at that. Okay, yeah. This is going to be the pathway of the courtyard. And the way we're going to texture this up, very simple, is we're going to spam blocks. So spam quartz bricks, quartz block of quartz, just spam and replace. And you can see I'm replacing it and texturing it up and making it look nice. That's what you got to do. You got to just spam, and occasionally you got to look and just see if it looks all right. So, we take a step back and we go, yeah, that actually looks pretty darn decent. I actually did pretty good first try. I'll texture it up a bit more, obviously. But in each of these courtyards, the way we're going to texture them up too, is we'll get soul sand. So if we get some soul sand right here, we're going to go ahead and start texturing these guys up as well. So just kind of spamming and placing down. And this is for decorational blocks. So I'm not actually going to include this in the materials you got to get, but we'll get, I think it's called weeping or twisting vines, and we'll get string. And we'll get one more type of vegetation, or two more, the nether sprouts and the warped roots. And we'll start placing these around occasionally and having these guys go up pretty tall, but then we can use a string to limit how high they grow. And this is just a way to decorate the courtyard. I will say you should probably do the vegetation too, just because vegetation is kind of an important part in a courtyard, in a castle at least. You want to have this kind of garden going around your castle. And I'm doing it very quickly just because I don't want this tutorial to be too very long. But you can see that's what that should look like. We got the courtyard, and now the last thing we have to do is a central tower, which is central tower. I'm going to go ahead and real quick lay down a foundation for you guys, and then I'm going to borrow a clip because this is the same tower I've actually used in one of my building tutorials before. So I might sound a little bit different. I might sound a little bit younger or a little bit stranger. But let me go ahead and just get that clip out there for you guys. And real quickly before we actually go ahead and jump into the other clip, the past clip of me doing it, I thought I'd show the foundation. So right here is the one block smack in the center of the middle. So it lines up with this pole over there, and it lines up with this pole right over there. Oh, look at that. It's actually kind of smooth when I zoom in. Okay, from there, we're gonna go 2 blocks out, and you can see there's a gap right there. There's these blocks. Basically, you just want to replicate this pattern right here. I'm going to zoom in on it for you guys just so you guys can see it. You want to replicate that pattern and make sure that it looks exactly symmetrical. And I did not mean to screenshot that. But when you finish it, you're going to have 1, 2, 3 blocks right there. So like 1, 2, 3 from this corner to that right there. That's the brick. 1, 2, 3 to that brick. And from there, you'll be able to watch a tutorial and get this tower built up. So get the tower built up. So what we're going to do, once we have our stripped warp stem and our warped planks, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 over. We're going to go 1 block up, and then we're going to place one of our stripped warp stems right there. Now that we got that, we'll get a warped plank. We'll place it right next to it. We'll skip 1 block, place another warped plank, then put another stripped warp stem, and now we're going to go diagonally around. So we're going to do the exact same pattern though. So it's 1 stem, 1 plank, skip 1 plank, and then a stem. And now we're just going to kind of make a circle out of this, the whole thing. So we're going to place another stem right there, 1 plank, skip 1, plank, stem, then stem, plank, skip 1, plank, stem. And this is going to be the circular kind of base of our tower that goes up. And now the next part is super grindy. So on each and every single one of these, right here, we're going to go 1, and we're going to want to raise it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 tall. Like I said, it is super grindy going up this tall. But basically, you're going to want to do that on just every single block, raising it all the way up in order to get this tower started. So go ahead and do that process real quick. Now that we got this whole tower established right here, and you can see it's very tall and cool looking, we're gonna get the 4 next materials, which are gonna be strip warp stem, warp planks, warp stairs, and white stained glass paint. And I will say, before we start, that I was 1 block off. So we'll actually wanna go up a total of 26 in the end. And the way you'll know if you've got the height right overall is this next part. If you do it exactly right, you should get the same amount of blocks as me. So don't worry if you're off 1 or 2 blocks. You'll be able to tell once we do this next part. And what we do for the next part is we're going to be doing the windows and kind of this wall, the intersection right here. The way we do that, and it's going to be the same on each one, so I'll repeat it twice and then let you guys do the other 2 on your own. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 with the warped planks. Then we're going to do 1 upside down warped stair. From there, we'll get our white stained glass pane. We'll go 1, 2, 3 up. Then we'll do 1 upright warp stair. From there, we'll get our warp planks out. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Then we'll do an upside down stair. Then we'll do 1, 2 this time instead of 3 glass windows. Then we'll do an upright stair. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Then we'll put an upside down stair. 1, 2, 3. Upright stair. And then we'll have 1, 2. And if you have 1, 2, it should become flush with the very top, just like that. Once again, I will do that again because that was very rapid and a little confusing. So once again, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 planks. Then we'll have 1 upside down stair. We'll do 1, 2, 3 glass, 1 upright stair, then 1, 2, 3 planks, 1 upside down stair. Then we'll go 1, 2, 1 upright stair. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3. 1 upside down stair, 1, 2, 3 glass, and then 1 upright stair, and then 1, 2 planks. And once again, you can see that it was flush. So go ahead and make sure you do that for every single one. I'm not going to repeat it again. If you guys are confused, just look back at this little part of the clip so you guys can see how to do it again. But let's go ahead and get that finished. So this next part, we will be adding quite a bit of extra detail. So be prepared for that. The materials we're going to want to go ahead and get is going to be polished blackstone bricks, polished blackstone brick stairs, polished blackstone brick slab, polished blackstone brick wall, blackstone wall, white stained glass pane, and end rod. And my gosh, not in this game, but in real life, it just got super dark outside. I think it's about to storm or something. That's good though. I like stormy weather. Anyways, let's actually get back to the tutorial. So the very first thing we're going to want to go ahead and do is right here on this wall, we're going to do this, and it's going to be symmetrical around the whole thing. We'll get our bricks out. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and make a rectangle with it like this. So going all the way around, and on the inside, we'll get our polished blackstone brick walls and we'll put 1, 2, 3 down. Right here in this corner, we'll just go 1, 2, 3 up, and then we'll do the exact same thing, repeating this pattern over and over again, going around the whole thing. So walls are in here, the polished blackstone brick wall. And you want to make sure that this is all the bricks, because eventually we will texture it up, but for the time being, just for the sake of the video, I'm just going to use this blocks and not texture it along the way, because that would get really confusing really quickly. But yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. Pretty simple design. Now that we got that, we can get our polished blackstone brick walls in every single corner. We'll just place it on this bottom block right here, wrapping around the whole thing. In this way, we're going to have a base supporting the tower. And oh my gosh, in real life, it just keeps getting dark outside. It almost looks like it's nighttime and it's in the afternoon. I don't know why this is crazy to me, but it's so weird. Now that we got that detail done though, yeah, that's the base of the tower. So we'll get our polished blackstone bricks. And on this block right above the upright stair, so like 1, 2 above the glass, we're going to wrap around right here, going all the way around with the polished black stone bricks. And we will actually make this too thick. So we'll wrap this around, and then we're going to make it too thick. And we will break some blocks and replace some blocks just because that's my style of build, and this is the way I remember it. So yeah, now that we got that all the way wrapped around, we'll get our polished black stone brick stairs, and in the middle of each and every single one, we'll break them and replace it with an upside down stair and an upright stair, which I said that out of order, but it's just an upright stair and upside down stair, and we'll do this on every single corner. The nice thing about this build is that it is very symmetrical, and it makes it a lot easier when you're trying to do a tutorial on it. Now that we got that, and I just realized I said polished black stone brick slabs. I'm sorry about that. I meant to say polished black stone slabs, so replace that for your materials. And what we're going to do is we'll just put one here, and just basically one on every single corner. I just realized I forgot another detail down there, so let's go ahead, wrap around just on every single corner. We'll do that on the upper layer, and then we'll also actually do it on the bottom layer as well, wrapping around like so. I think the weather distracted me from this one detail, so now that we got that, I'll repeat this too, so if I did that a little too quick, I'll repeat it. But I think the weather distracted me because we're right down here, we're actually supposed to do 3 of these polished black stone slabs all the way around on each and every single one of these layers. That looks a bit more correct. Yep, that's how it's supposed to be looking. So now we're going to go ahead and we're basically going to repeat this exact same thing that we just did. So on this layer right here, we'll actually go and we'll make it 2 thick tall, and we'll go all the way around, wrapping around in polished black stone bricks. So right there. And this does get a little bit repetitive, but on the 3rd time you do it, you'll be a pro, because there will be a 3rd time you have to do this. Now that we got that, we'll do the stairs, which is an upright stair and an upside down stair in the middle of each and every single one of these. And there is thunder, so I guess I was right about the storm. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. If you can, I'm sorry, but I can't really predict the weather. Alright, and this one last one right here too. And now we'll get our polished black stone slabs on each and every single corner. We'll place one of those, so one there, 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 and there and there. And we'll go underneath and we'll do the same thing again. If you guys want to skip this part because it is a little dry, I mean you can, but then you'll miss how to do the next part. So I would recommend keep watching. Now from there, we'll do the same thing on the top layer, and we're going to do the exact same thing, except there will be one detail that is a little bit different from all the rest. So I'll try to speed this up a little bit and go a little bit quicker than I usually am when I'm placing blocks and stuff like that. But after this, the tower is basically done. I mean, there's still a lot more stuff that we have to do, and honestly, we have to do the top and everything like that, and we still have to do a bunch more of the minor details like banners and lanterns hanging from it and everything, and then of course there is decaling and everything. But the tower is basically a pretty simple thing. It's not that complex when you're actually building it. We'll do the same thing we've been doing with the slabs. If you're doing this right too, you should have just 1/2 slab above these warp planks. If you're doing it wrong, then you're building at the wrong height. So you have to watch the video again and figure out where you went wrong with that. But now that we have got all these slabs right here, the one detail we said we were going to change is if we get our polished black stone bricks, instead of being 2 wide right here, we'll actually go 3 wide. So we'll have it go 3 down, I guess, and it should be level kind of with these slabs right here, the polished black stone slabs. Now that we got that, we will get our black stone walls, and we will add a bit more of the decorational details. So if we go right here, we should do 1, 2, just regular black stone walls, and then we'll actually get our white stained glass pane. We'll have 1, 2. The top one should connect, the bottom one shouldn't. That's how it should look, and we'll do that on every single corner. So 2 of the black stone walls, and with the glass on top. And we'll basically do this all throughout the build, except it will be a little bit different on some of the layers down below, which I'll show you soon enough. There we go. So now that we got those 4 posts done, on this one right here, you will notice that the window is a bit smaller. So we'll actually just do one smack in the middle of the black stone wall with 2 end rods on either side instead of the glass. And the way you'll know you got this right is if you have a block of space up here and a block of space down there as well. But we'll wrap around and do this real quick. There's that one, and here comes the very last one right here. And then the bottom layer, whoops, not right there. And the bottom layer is just going to be a repeat of the top, except this time when we place down the polished black, or the black stone walls, we'll have the glass here, and neither of them will connect. So there will be a block of space between each one, and you will want this once again in the center so that it looks very symmetrical. And we'll add these last walls here too. And then 2 more walls right there as well. Now that we got that, that is looking definitely definitely looking good. We'll actually go ahead and do the interior floors and ceilings and walls so that we can go ahead and have a way to get up. If you're building this on survival, I'm sorry, this is a very unsurvival friendly, as in it's hard to construct, and there is a lot of materials too. But with that said, we'll go ahead and we'll start working on the next part. For this next part, the materials we're going to go ahead and get is going to be smooth quartz block, black stone, stripped warped stem, warped slab, warped trapdoor, twisting vines, ladder, and I also forgot, but we'll also want some warped planks as well. So now that we got those, and I will apologize real quick again, if you do hear the rain, because it's starting to pour down pretty hard, and it's almost pitch black here in my house too, which is amazing. I love the rain. This is always making the tutorial a lot better. But if you guys do hear that, I do apologize for that. Anyways, what we're gonna do, we also want to go ahead and get our stripped warped door. So we're gonna go ahead and actually break these 2 blocks, and when you eventually do build the other tower, you're actually gonna build this just in a mirror shape. I'll explain that when we get to that whole thing though. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're going to break those 2 blocks, and we're going to break these 2 warped planks right here. We'll go ahead and get our black stone, and we'll replace the entire floor with just black stone to make it all flush and seamless right here. Then we'll get our door. We can place it right there because that's where the door is going to be, the entrance to this tower. And now we're going to go ahead and install the ceiling, which if we go on the 1, 2, 3 on the 4th block right here, we're just going to get our smooth quartz block and install the ceiling right here. If you would want to use a different ceiling or just other materials, since this is a little bit expensive, you are welcome to do that as well. Now that we got that though, we'll get our ladder, and on this block right here in the middle, we'll go 1, 2, 3 up. We'll break this smooth quartz, and we'll place in a trap door right there so that you can go ahead and climb up. But if you're on this floor, you can also press this so that you don't actually fall down the floor right there. Now we're going to replace these 3 windows with warped planks right here, which that won't matter in the long run. You'll see why eventually. But now that we got that, we'll get our smooth quartz block once again, and we're actually going to go ahead and place it on this block right here. So if we go 1, 2, on the 3rd block above this window is where we'll place our smooth quartz block, and we'll fill in this whole layer right here, going all the way across. And we'll get our ladder real quick, and we'll have it go up, which should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll break this block and put in another trapdoor so we can keep climbing up. And now we'll install a little bit of the ceiling too. If we get our stripped warp stem, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it is actually going to be perpendicular to this ladder right here. So that's how the log should look going across the ceiling. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on either side. We'll get our warp slab, and we'll place 1, 2, 3 on this block right here, and then 1, 2, 3. So it looks like we actually have a structural ceiling, and it looks like it's being supported a little bit. Now that we got that, let's climb on to the next layer. And the way you know if you're on the right layer is there should be 2 blocks, then the window right there. And for this next layer, we'll go ahead and get our smooth quartz block, and we'll actually place it 1 block below this window right here. So right there, it should be 1, 2, 3 on the 4th block above the 2 wide window, and we'll install the smooth quartz ceiling once again real quick. Which these ceilings are pretty high, the rooms are pretty tall, but I will eventually show. I haven't done it yet, but I'll make an interior video for this too, so that we can actually have some nice interior decorations. And now we're going to go ahead and replace these 2 glass windows with the warped planks. We'll have our ladder continue up, which this ladder will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tall, and we'll break this smooth quartz block, replace it with a trap door. And then we'll install our ceiling once again with 2, 3, 4, 5 with the stripped warp stem, and then the planks going across to make it look like we got some structural supports there. Man, it is really coming down hard too with the rain there. Again, apologies if you can hear that. Then for the last one, we'll go ahead, climb up here. The way you know if you're on the right layer is if you can look at this window, there should be 1 block right there. And then we'll install the ceiling, which is going to be just 1 block above this window. So it's 1, 2, 3, right there, just above. And we'll fill this all in with smooth quartz. Comment down below too if you can hear the rain. If not, I guess that's good. But it's coming down so hard. It looks like we're gonna have a pretty long thunderstorm. So hopefully my power doesn't go out too, because that would not be optimal. Now that we got that though, we'll go ahead and replace these 3 glass blocks with some warped planks, and with the ladders, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. Replace this with a trap door. Then we'll get our logs, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the ceiling right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll do the supports like we've been doing with the slabs right here. Comment down below too if you guys enjoy thunderstorms, because rainy days when it's like this dark in my room and I can hardly see my hands. Well, I can see my hands, but you know, it's just so dark and the rain coming down. I absolutely love it like this. So comment down below if you guys like rainy days too, because I absolutely love them. I'm probably going to watch a movie after this, because that's what I do on rainy days. Now that we got that though, you'll notice we have 1 more block to fill, and we'll just fill this all up with warp planks, which actually I placed this trapdoor on the wrong block. We should have the trapdoor right there. But we'll fill this all in with some warp planks going around like so. And that should be that tower right there completed with the interior. We'll go ahead and finish off the top, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do next. But yeah, This rain is coming down so hard, it's so great. So our materials for the next part is gonna be polished black stone bricks, black stone wall, end rod, white stained glass pane, warp trapdoor, twisting vine, soul campfire. And I'm gonna say that again, white stained glass pane. I said that really, really weird just a second ago. Okay, so now that we got that, we're actually going to go ahead and I'm going to take the ladder up. Well, I'm not going to take the ladder up. I'm just going to fly through this real quick because I did realize while I was building this, I built one section wrong and it is right here. So I do apologize for that. We're going to break these ladders real quick and we're going to break the trapdoor up there, replace these blocks. So you actually did want to get warp planks and smooth quartz block out as well. But I forgot, because this is going to be a doorway that eventually leads over to the other tower, because there are 2 towers in this thing. So what we're actually going to do is once you get on this very final layer right here, and the way you can tell it's the final layer is just by the ceiling. It is literally 0 blocks above this window right here. What we're actually going to do is over here, we're going to put a twisting vine. We're going to have a twisting vine go all the way up to the top. We'll break this smooth quartz and the planks right there. And we'll actually have this twisting vine come all the way out the top 1 block like so that we can have a ladder that leads to the very top of the roof, and then we'll surround it with some trapdoors to make it look like it's more foundational, kind of supported right there. But yeah, we don't want the ladder right there because we're gonna have a doorway right there, and instead we'll have the twisting vines continue all the way up here like so. So now that we got that out of the way though, I'm gonna get rid of that and the trapdoors. We'll go ahead and do this next section, which is the very tippy top of the build, and we're gonna finish it off. So if we get our polished black stone brick stairs out, or our polished black stone bricks, on this corner we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 up. In the middle we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 up, and then right here we're gonna do the exact same thing. And we're just gonna do this wrapping around the entire build until you get these kind of spokes coming up the top of this tower. So keep going around, making each one of these 4 tall above. And there's that. Now we'll get a black stone wall out and we'll put 2 in between each of these walls. So we'll do this real quick, making it look a bit more foundational, a bit more secure. So now that we got that, we'll get our black stone walls, and on the middle spokes, we're actually gonna go up 2 black stone walls on each and every single one of them. And then on the corner ones, we're only gonna go up 1 on each of these. Oops, not right there, but like so. Then we'll get our end rods, and on the 2 high spokes on the middle of each of these, we're actually gonna go up 2 on each and every single one of these, like so. Right there. Then we'll get a white stained glass pane and we'll put it on top of the 2 end rods so that we get a finishing touch like this. When we fly down real quick just to check it out, that is what this tower should look like completed. It looks insanely awesome if you were to ask me. And for a very finishing touch, we'll actually get a campfire and we'll put it smack in the middle right here with some of the trapdoors I got rid of, surrounding it to make it look a little bit cooler. No, actually, I think what I did was I got a spruce plank. Sorry about this. I just remembered this because I did this a while ago. I put a spruce plank with the campfire on top and then trapdoors surrounding the spruce plank so that it looks like this. And that way, even though there's already a ton of particle effects, we get some smoke coming out of the tower too. Now that we got that done, I think it's time to actually texture it. So now that we've got this done, we more or less should have the tower straight in the middle. And at this point, you guys are probably wishing you hadn't followed this tutorial because you're exhausted from how many resources went into this. But I blame you because you know what? It's an amazing castle and you guys knew how many resources were going into this beforehand. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get more resources out. I actually didn't grab my materials from my chest like I typically do. I'll just grab them. So we want some blackstone. We want some blackstone slabs. See, this is why I always do this before shots, so that you guys don't have to see this. And what we're going to do is we're kind of going to transform each of these guys. So in the middle right here, we're going to break these 2 blocks on each and every single one of these middle towers right there. So we're going to break all those till we go all the way across. And we're also going to want actually stairs too, blackstone stairs. Nice and white stained glass pane. Okay, cool. Now that we got all that, right here you can see that this block is a little bit different, and instead of having a stair right there, I've actually gone ahead and turned that into 2 blackstone blocks right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2 blackstone blocks out. Right here I'll go 1, 2 blackstone blocks out as well, so that we can kind of meet up in the middle. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's what that should look like, I believe. Now if we get our blackstone stairs, we'll place 1 blackstone stair right there. Oops, that's, I think, what did I mess up? Not sure, but it looks good. Okay, we'll go with it. We're going to place a stair on this side right there so that meets up in the nice and middle corner like that. And then we can go ahead and we'll actually destroy the middle of these guys as well so that we can have kind of just middle stations where you can walk into the towers from this main tower. So now that we got that, we'll get our white stained glass paint out and we're just going to go ahead and place it very quickly going across because we want a rail so that we feel a bit more secure when we're walking across this dangerous thing that would kill you if you fell in real life. Once we got that right there, looking nice and tidy, that's just about it, actually. We'll add these on all 4 sides, and then this entire thing is pretty much done. I can't believe it. You can't believe it. We've reached the end. I didn't think we would get there. You didn't think we would get there, but we did. We'll just go ahead and add these guys. It's really simple right here. This part, you place the glass panes in. They go all the way across until we get to the other side, and then we'll go right here, down here, place and go all the way across until we get to the other side, and we'll do this until we have a cross in the middle. That way you can get from this middle tower to these towers, and that way you can get from these towers to the corner towers so that you can actually use them and functional. From there, that's just about it. I haven't done all the courtyards yet. Let me go ahead and jump into my other world so I can finish this video out properly, because that is basically the entire build done. As insane as it is, that's it. So closing out the video, I just gotta say once again, just wow. It's so pretty. It really is. This is probably one of my proudest builds that I've done, and the coolest part is I literally designed it in only an hour. It took me 1 hour to design this whole thing, and I'm just so proud of it because it looks really cool. I think as time progresses, my builds get better, and as time progresses, we get more subscribers, more followers like you guys, which I want to thank you guys for. Thank you so much for 600 subscribers. This is how much I am appreciative of you guys. I wanted to build something amazing for you guys, since you guys have done something amazing for me, and that is forming our community. I just thank you guys so much for forming the community, for growing to where we're growing, and just establishing this awesome Yo Mike's Your 238 little community. I love it. It's been so much fun. But with that said, I think that's the end of the tutorial, really. I don't have much else more to say. This is the tutorial. This is it done. It looks absolutely amazing. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, which is going to be, I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something cool. No, I do know what it's going to be. It's going to be a Hearthcraft episode because this is coming out Wednesday. Yeah, so I'll see you in another Hearthcraft episode, and enjoy life, enjoy Minecraft. Ciao.